Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Friday, the 23rd of July. This is our weekly recap. It goes out to everybody and my members and everybody out there in social media world. If you want to learn more about us, please visit smartoptiontrading.com, click on live trading alerts. We have options flow, trades, Discord, private Twitter feed, and we use Zoom for video and voice, news. We have everything here at come in, a great community as well. So we'd love to see you. Just a reminder, I'll be on Benzinger tomorrow at 11:30. You can head over to them and catch that event for free. So let's talk about this week, and we'll just start here with the SPY and talk about we came into this week that was very weak, right? We closed on the lows last Friday. On Monday, this is not a real candle. We gapped down and we went below the 50-day. What makes the 50-day so important, guys? Well, since November lows back in here, we have held the 50-day once, twice, sloppy, three times, four times, five times, six times, seven times now. We've held the 50-day, making it very hard to short this market, right? This is a brutal, quick 2-day, 4% down move before we reversed. We actually got 5% down. In fact, we bounced right off the 5% level. All right. And then what happened is you gapped up the next day, and Tuesday we squeezed, Wednesday we squeezed, yesterday we chilled, and today we gapped up and have just floated up on a low, just a low float melt up today, all the way up to new all-time highs. The Qs, not as weak. They held the 21-day new all-time highs here as well. And we have the IWM, which still does not want to participate. It had a nice move this week, but didn't want to hold in. So, a lot going on this week. We had earnings. For what it's worth, earnings so far on the semis have not been good. Intel got slammed. Taiwan Semi has been hit on earnings. So has Texas Instruments, right? All of them saying they're seeing slowdowns ahead. Intel coming out and saying they saw 2 years before they got through this problem, this shortage. That makes it interesting going into next week with AMD on tap. What else was good this week? Apple off the lows gave a nice trade almost back to all-time highs, but it was really a Microsoft week. Microsoft back, 3-day move to all-time highs, earnings next week. That was a great one there. NVIDIA finally completed their split, holding in fairly well. We had blowout earnings from Snap last night, and you can look at the size of this gap now, right? So you now have two ways to trade Snap. You trade it potentially short if it can't hold the gap. You trade it long if it gets above the 79.07 or wherever it closes today. All right, we'll just push that up a little bit as it just popped a little higher. Well, look at that, nailed it. Okay, you had a big move there. Twitter had good earnings too. And what this did is it ignited other names in the sector. Facebook, new all-time highs going to earnings next week. Why? Because if Snap and Twitter are good earnings, Facebook's going to be good. Google, same thing, right? Because of the ad revenue. Roku today, that's what I traded today. Beautiful breakout of this downtrend. Yesterday, they got flow. They gave us a head fake. Today, it gapped up, right? Gap and go on Roku. And here it is. And it's not far at this point from, well, all-time highs. And Roku doesn't have earnings all that soon. So you got room for this one to push all the way up to all-time highs here. What else, guys? Help me out. Am I missing here? Amazon has stayed strong, holding, pushing back up. So we have a market that is very, very heavily tech focused for good reason. Next week, we have one of the busiest earnings weeks of the year. You have all the tech names: Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Amazon. Tesla leads us off on Monday afternoon. We have the Fed on Tuesday. That's going to be big. You have names like Starbucks next week. New all-time highs has run amok. McDonald's new all-time highs has run amok. So you're going to see a lot of action next week. It's going to be a very, very busy week. So rest up this weekend. Enjoy. Thanks for listening to me. If you want to check us out, smartoptiontrading.com, links in the description below. And I'll be on Benzinger for their boot camp tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning Eastern time. Everybody have a great weekend.